40 years ago, I read the first Kalki Avatar prophecy, and I was in my 20s, and I wanted him to come really bad because Kalki is going to come and destroy the purveyors of lies. But he never came. And so I decided I'd make a movie exploring what it would be like if Kalki came, how the world would react to him, and how he would defeat the cabal without using violence, which was no easy trick in the writing of the movie. In the Vedic tradition from India, that Vishnu incarnates in this existence through this one breath of Brahma 10 times. Okay, a breath of Brahma, I can't remember, it's like some incredibly long period of time, ridiculously long. And so the last two avatars, number 9 and number 8, number 8 was Krishna and number 9 was the Buddha. And number 10 is prophesied to be Kalki, who is the male aspect of Kali. Kali being, if Kalki fails in his mission, we get Kali. And you definitely don't want Kali. So, and we may get Kali before we're done here. And so, I'm very interested in this whole tradition that that the Godhead, Vishnu, decides to incarnate in different bodies over different periods in times of crisis mostly. The Buddha came at a time of great crisis. He taught us how to meditate. What's that all about? Well, the way to get through the chaos of the Kali Yuga, which is what we're in and which he was in, is basically don't get involved with it, stay away from the world, the worldly things in the world, and just be quiet, sit under a tree and meditate and breathe. And that is the message of the Kali Yuga, how to survive successfully the Kali Yuga. Kalki comes at the end of the Kali Yuga. Kalki doesn't come to teach anything. I say it in the movie. He's not here to teach us. He's not here to be our friend. That's not his point. His point is to come here and do a correction, a big correction. And we are due for a big correction. And so Kalki comes. But here's the thing that's really interesting about this whole Kalki thing. I thought I was one of the only people in the world that actually knew about Kalki. And so I started making the film, and other people on the cast and the crew began hearing about Kalki, especially the lead, Alex. And they all went out in the world and they found out that there's thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of men out there, young men, who think they're Kalki. And so we don't have just one incarnation of Kalki this time. This time we may have 1 million incarnations of Kalki, and they're not going to stop 1 million people. In my movie, it's one guy battling them all. But maybe in reality, Kalki has decided to not come as just one guy. In the 10th avatar incarnation of Kalki, he's coming back in 1 million bodies, and they're never going to be able to stop 1 million people. And that is really very interesting. And when we showed the film in, I think, Boulder, Colorado, I was walking out of the film and a young man came up to me and he said, "How did you write a film about me?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "That's my life." He says, "I'm Kalki." And so, I think that you're going to see a lot more of this, actually. And it's going to get very interesting, actually.